Hey guys, Michael Hensley, what's going on, brother? Good to see you, man. Yeah, put this up a little bit. All right. How you doing, Michael? Having a good night? Guess it's only you here. I hope you hit the like button, even though you're a Trump supporter. God damn it! I hope you hit the like button. It's very important, and I need to remind myself. I need to remember to keep reminding people to hit the like button. It's very important because I forget constantly. I also forget to tell people to sub. I don't know why I have to do that, but apparently I do. I want to know. Well, maybe I'll wait till we get more people, but I want to ask Trump supporters tonight if Trump told them he was God, would they believe him? Because I think not all Trump supporters, of course, because many of them are intelligent, reasonable people, but the majority of them would believe that he's God. That's what I think. If he said it, I think there's a lot of Christians who already believe that he's God. You know, that's how they talk about him and stuff, and they've even said things like that. So, but I'll start this way while I wait to get some people. Last night, I kind of lost it because we were arguing about Trump and the things he said about his daughter. Okay, like some of those things include that if she wasn't his daughter, he'd be dating her. Another thing is she's voluptuous, very voluptuous, always has been, he said. Voluptuous means curvy and attractive. It's not the way you would ever speak about your daughter. And he said that she has the best body. And another thing, he said she has the best body. And when asked if what he has in common with his daughter, when his daughter was asked, she said real estate and golf. When Donald Trump was asked, "What do you have in common with your daughter?" He said, "I was going to say sex, but I can't say that." Now, just the fact that he was going to say that, why was he going to say sex? Why? Why does he think about sex when he thinks about his daughter? I know why I think about sex when I think about his daughter. You know what I mean? I know why most men think about sex when they think about his daughter. But he shouldn't be thinking that way. It's his daughter. You know what I'm saying? And last night, people were actually arguing with me that not only was there nothing wrong with what he said, but that it's completely normal. People were actually telling me that uh, one guy, let me tell you what he said. I think his name was Tony. He said, uh, it's perfectly normal what Trump said. Men like girls, and his daughter's a girl. In other words, men are attracted. Oh, what's up, Boogeyman Khan? Men are attracted to women, and their daughters are women. Therefore, there's nothing wrong with describing your daughter the same way you would describe some hooker on the street or something. People were actually arguing this last night. Now, every show, do I believe what? Trock. Do I believe what? Every show, what I always try to get to the bottom of is, is there anything Trump could possibly do wrong in a Trump supporter's eyes? And what I learned last night is no, there's apparently not. There's nothing a Trump supporter can do that's wrong in their eyes, even talking about wanting to fuck his daughter. Biden never lied. He is an angel. Okay, well, we're not even talking about lying, but don't compare Trump and Biden. And why is it that when I say Trump, you say Biden? Why is that? How come you can't just defend Trump? I don't get it. I don't get it. You think the Epstein file House vote will go anywhere? House vote, you mean? Yeah, didn't it already? Trump grabbed Bubba's ding dong. That's what they say, Colonel Quill. Kamala never lied. Shiva's perfect. Shiva's. All right. You're a fucking idiot. YOUR. The Epstein files are all the Democrats. That's why it's the Republicans covering them up, right, John's whatever the fuck your name is. That's why the Democrats are trying desperately to get them released, and the Republicans are trying desperately to stop, to keep from releasing them, from having to release them, because it's all Democrats. Do any of you guys think like adults, by the way? Is it impossible for you to say Democrats? Or is it just like you're all children? Like you have the minds of children. So you say Democrats or demon rats or demon crats or whatever the fuck it is. It's so bizarre. You know, if at least if it was funny, I'd be like, all right, it's funny, but it's not even funny. And please don't call me an idiot if you don't know how to spell the word your. Thank you. Biden's a sniffer picker upper. No, he's not. Biden was the corrupt product of a corrupt system. That said, Trump is 1,000 times worse in every way. There you go, Jane Creek. That's right. You tell him. Trump is worse than Hitler. You're okay. You said it, not me. The MFBS was that 50,000 views in 3 hours last night. I saw, homie. Are my eyes playing tricks on me? No, it was 50,000 views. We had a lot of fucking people in here last night. By the way, guys, hit the like button. And I'm asking you, hit the like button. Okay, I'm just going to keep asking because people act like it costs them money to hit the like button. It's totally free. If you don't like me, don't hit the like button. I don't give a fuck. But if you agree with me or if you're just enjoying the show, hit the like button, please. We got 8 likes so far. We got 43 people. So let's get more likes going. The Epstein files have both parties. To think it's only one is ridiculous. Oh, I wouldn't doubt it's both parties. No, but I don't care who's in there. If they're in trouble or if they did something wrong, I want them to get in trouble. I want them to go to jail. If they're in there because they did some shit to a child, I don't give a fuck who they are. I want them in jail. Or killed. Killed would even be better, but you know, I would never condone violence. I have daughters and I find it disgusting that any man thinks the way Trump does about his daughter. Of course. Both sides are corrupt. Neither side cares about the common man. You need to start a new blue collar party. Me? Yeah, probably not me. Somebody maybe. Let me see. What a complicated life you choose. What makes it complicated? What makes it complicated? Oh, and by the way, Dave Gass, I'm just looking at your other question there. The House, yeah, there's no doubt that's already said and done. I mean, if they didn't already vote, they're going to. I haven't been paying attention all day, but the Senate, maybe, but Trump already has a plan to make sure the files don't come out. So he's already laid the groundwork for it. A lot of people haven't realized it or don't realize it, but he already laid the groundwork for telling people, oh, guess what? Can't release the Epstein files now. Child mindset. That's what it is. Latinos for Trump. You guys are possibly the funniest people in America. I got to be honest. I made big money. I make big money. I drive big cars. Everybody know Trump. LOL. I'll shut up now. It's like he's a movie star. We're talking about Scarface here. Mind playing tricks on me. Clay Higgins just told us something without telling us something. What was that? Only the MAGA base thought that Epstein was only compromised Democrat, or that Epstein only compromised Democrats. Oh, of course. Yeah, of course. What's taken out of context? Put a whole comment in there. See, because I don't know what you're talking about. So you should say, you know, like the quote and then say it was taken out of context. People don't like to hear the truth about Trump always being a con man and crook. People in New York know the real Trump, a sleepy bad guy. Oh, yeah. You dopes propped up a dementia patient who is known as Pedo Pete to his own crackhead son. Pedo Pete. I have no idea who that could possibly be. I mean, I'm assuming you're talking about Biden, except Biden's name is Joe, and nobody has ever called him Pedo Pete. There's also no proof that he was ever any type of pedo, but there's tons of proof that Trump is, and Trump has dementia too, we'll say. Trump definitely has dementia. Both Republicans and Democrats in Congress are getting rich off the backs of us hardworking citizens. We are the suckers out here fighting while they're all becoming millionaires. I guess the The Senate already passed it? Okay, so now it's up today already? How? Then Trump's gonna veto it now, or he's gonna say, I can't, because what he's doing is, he covered it up for months. So last night he tweeted, or the night before he tweeted, I want House Republicans to vote to release the Epstein files. And he probably did it with the Senate too, because he knows he can't win. The Republicans already made it clear they're not going to listen to him on this. They're going to vote to release the files because they want to save their political careers. So now Trump already said he's going to start investigating Bill Clinton and them, which there's no reason to believe that Bill Clinton did anything wrong, or Larry Summers, or anybody. There's a lot more of a reason to believe Trump did, but he's doing that so he could say, we can't release the files because there's investigations going on. So that's his plan now. Did y'all see? Yeah, that's fucked up. That bitch. Disgusting. Oh, somebody sent me. Oh, send me all of them, please, if you're listening. Why didn't you act up when Biden had the files? Because Biden wasn't trying to cover them up, and they couldn't be released under Biden because there was ongoing investigations, criminal cases, and litigation. It's nobody really acted up until they came out and said there is no Epstein list. There are no files. And that was Pam Bondi who did that, and Kash Patel and Dan Bongino and Donald Trump. So it was one thing when everybody thought eventually the files will come out. But then when they came out and said there were none, everybody got pissed off, including a lot of MAGA people who actually have minds of their own. They get very pissed off and still are. Well, listen, I'll just say, well, your last name is Torres. You could say that if you want. But quite obviously, I mean, the man hates them with a fucking passion. He wishes he could eradicate them from the face of the earth. So Latinos for Trump is one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life. It's like, like fish for fishermen. You know what I mean? like let's sacrifice ourselves for this guy. Trump might start an investigation against the Democrats to stop the list. Yeah, exactly. We all know that Trump told the Justice Department to whitewash his name on all the Epstein files before they were released. Yeah. Trump can release it on his own. Yeah, it doesn't, just so everybody knows, it doesn't have to go through any of this. Trump could just say release them, and they're released. He could do it right now. The Senate pre-voted, so as soon as it gets to the Senate, it goes straight to Trump. Oh, gotcha. That makes sense. Trump agreeing to release the Epstein files is all about theater. His name will be erased from every email before they're made public. Not just the emails, the files in general. Even this guy said it. This guy was a chief deputy something for the Department of Justice.
Smart people don't like me,
Sorry, not that.
Well, those files do exist.
Yeah, thousands and thousands of pages of files. They'll redact every Republican or conservative person in those files, leave all the liberal, Democratic people in those files.
I think they visited that Maxwell person.
Yeah.
And also involved.
She got transferred to a minimum security prison too recently, which is against BOP policy because she's a convicted sex offender. They're offering her something to keep her on shut.
So, of course, that's been the plan from the beginning. But now he's just going to use investigations as an excuse as to why they can't be released. Only one voted no to release. Yeah, who was that exactly? I didn't even catch it. There's zero evidence of Trump being a pedo. Yeah, except for all the evidence of Trump being a pedo. You're right. Now there's files again, LMFAO. When was there not files? Oh my God, you're an idiot. Biden's DOJ had custody of the Epstein files and tapes his whole term, and he didn't release it. Okay, well, Bud Russell, I got bad news for you then. You know who had it before Joe Biden? Donald Trump in his first term. So if your question is why didn't Biden release them, my question is why didn't Trump release it all? And I'm not an idiot, stupid fuck. If there's ongoing investigations and criminal cases and litigation, civil cases, they can't release that stuff. Okay. So Ghislaine Maxwell was prosecuted under the Biden administration. Okay. At least convicted. So, but again, why didn't Trump release them? Tell me, why didn't Trump release them? Bill Clinton went to the island, Trump never. There's zero proof that he went to the island. Here we go with one of these guys now, just making shit up. Show me the credible source that Bill Clinton went to the island. They didn't say the name? Yeah, of course not. You guys know that the files, it'll come out. The files has been existing for decades now. It existed under Obama, under Biden. These files hold no real value other than using it to deface the president. Well, deface the president? How could they be used to hurt the president unless the president did something wrong? And you're just assuming these files existed. You know that there was one case against Epstein before 2017, right? And he got cut a sweetheart deal, and that's it. So there's just the stuff from then. When he really got busted, and Ghislaine got busted, and their whole fucking organization, I guess if you want to call it, was exposed. That was in 2017. So no, Obama didn't have them. It came out today, Hakeem Jeffries texted Epstein even after he was charged to ask to raise money. I wouldn't doubt it. Hakeem Jeffries is a fucking scumbag. I would not doubt it. Of course, I still want to see proof of it, but they are all in on it, but you morons are fighting party. All right. So it's not about protecting children. It's just political points. For who? For the Republicans? Yeah. For the Republicans, yeah. Only when you heard Trump name might be on it. You know me. You've been inside my head for years now. You know me. Okay. Yeah, I'm against pedophilia of any kind, no matter who's involved. You understand? And you should be too. Unfortunately, you're not, obviously. But no, the fact that, yes, I'll tell you what, though, I'll give you this, DP. The fact that the current president of the United States most likely is a pedophile, and that information is in those files, is a hell of a good reason for people to go crazy about it now, even if they didn't before. The current president of the United States. Yep. No, that's not true. Then why didn't Trump release them? Why didn't Trump release them to go after the Clintons? Why not? Trump had the files before Biden, guys. You forget to add that. They raided his homes and all that shit. 2017. That was Trump's first year in office. So why didn't Trump release them? They're the devil. They're pure evil, bro. You're just contradict sick. You're contradictus. You contradict yourself. What an idiot! You want to try to write that again, stupid Bud Russell? You just contradict yourself. What an idiot. Okay. You want to try that again? Look up the word if you have to. It's contradict. Go ahead and tell me how I did that. How's it funny? The come from bad places. They don't want America to turn into where they came. Oh my God, guys. Why is it that the people against Trump have no problem writing full coherent sentences, paragraphs, spelling, nothing? But you MAGA people just can't do it. Please don't speak for me. Trump all day long. Promises made, promises kept. How did I speak for you? Of course, if I maybe by saying like you guys, aren't against pedophilia, then you just admitted it. You're not. So promises made, promises kept. Yeah. He promised to lower grocery prices. Didn't do that. Promised to lower utilities, energy. Didn't do that. Promised to lower inflation. Didn't do that. Promised to end the Russia-Ukraine war on day one. Didn't do that. Yeah, promises made, promises kept my ass. He still didn't build the whole fucking wall. Dems are starting to fall because of their relationship with Epstein. Oh, yeah, David L. Sid 300? Which Democrats exactly? Because that's not happening. Dems aren't trying to deny anyone in their party is guilty. Republicans act like Trump can do no wrong. There you go. If all the Democrats are in them, fuck them. Good. But you guys, you just don't have it in you to say there's something creepy going on about the way Trump is quite obviously covered up these files. You won't even admit that he's covering them up. Mike Ramey, $10. I was doing research today, and the real dirt and names are in the Epstein victim NDA agreements. Those can never be forced to be released unless both parties agree. I believe the worst stuff probably, but I'm sure. Listen, this is your answer for anybody. Thank you for the $10, Mike. I truly appreciate it. For anybody who wonders if Trump is guilty of anything, just look at the fact that he's gone this far to stop the files from being released. That's your answer. If there was no real dirt in those files, Trump would just say release them. You know, although, you know, those emails, 20,000 emails were dumped, right? And Trump's name is in there over 1,600 times, more than anyone else's name in the fucking files or in the emails. So I guess that's not suspicious either. Yeah, I know, John C. I know. Trump is not pedophile. No evidence. Come on, bro. All right, I'm gonna play this video I play on every show. I'll do it early today. You could take a look at this and tell me how none of this is suspicious. None of this would make you think a guy's a pedo.
Charges that Jeffrey Epstein was running a sex trafficking ring in the early 2000s that included underage girls as young as 14 years old.
Donald Trump in 2002 said of Epstein, he's a lot of fun to be with. It's even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side.
He routinely spoke fawningly of Jeffrey. He admired Epstein's lifestyle.
Your daughter, she's beautiful. Can I say this? A piece of it.
Yeah.
She's actually always been very voluptuous.
What does Tiffany have of Marlon?
She's got Marla's legs. We don't know whether or not she's got this blood yet.
You were playing tennis and you came off the court. Quote, look at that piece of I would love some of that. It so happened that Trump was referring to Cohen's then 15-year-old daughter, Samantha.
I had the impression that he was interested in younger women and that, you know, women would age out for him.
Miss Teen Universe? Yeah, that's like giving Jeffrey Dahmer a cooking show.
I'll go backstage before a show, and everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I standing there with no sweat.
Donald Trump is heard making questionable comments about a young girl.
You going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years.
A lawsuit against the presumptive GOP nominee alleges he raped a girl when she was 13 years old.
Prince Andrew answering questions for the first time about his friendship with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
I don't know Prince Andrew, but it's a tough story.
Trump has been photographed with Prince Andrew as far back as the year 2000.
Ghislaine Maxwell is accused of helping Epstein sexually abuse underage girls.
I've met her numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach, and I guess they lived in Palm Beach. But I wish her well.
You know about sexual predators and things like that. I mean,
You are one.
All right, I was going to say that, but it's true.
All that's perfectly normal. That's not something that would make you think, Jesus, this guy's some sort of sexual degenerate, possibly even a pedophile. Like looking at a 10-year-old girl and saying, I'll be dating her in 10 years. That's not weird. No. Guys, please hit the like button and subscribe. I'm going to say that again and again. I'm going to sit here and watch the like button go up or the likes go up before I continue. Hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. Everybody, come on, guys. I'm watching. and subscribe if you haven't already. And for the love of Christ, why not support the show by throwing a donation my way? Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal, those are in the chat. Or I hope, or a super chat. That way you'll get your comment read too. You get your comment read, you know, and whatever. Oh, that's cute and paste because it's pedo Trump. That's cute and cut. All of these fake clips. Okay, tell me which one is fake, and I'll pull up the whole clip and show it to you. The whole full clip. Thank you, Michael Williams. I appreciate that. The sub and the like. Trump 2028. Yeah, David L. Sid doesn't realize that's not a thing that can happen. Bill Moulton cut. I know what you meant. But what do you mean it's cut and paste? What does that mean, cut and paste? What does that mean? I mean, I know what it means, but what in this context, how? It's a compilation of clips of Trump in his own words saying these disgusting things. Isn't it amazing? Trump and the Republican Party calls any Republican who wants to help sexually assaulted and raped children a traitor. Yeah, he literally does. He said it's a hostile act if you sign the discharge petition. Did they delete Trump out of the files? Is that why he's pushing them to? He's not pushing them to release them. He knew that the Republicans made it clear they're going to vote to release them with him or without him. So he figured, let me save some fucking face and just pretend I want them released. And then when they get to my desk, I'll veto them. Or I'll just say, I would release them, but Pam Bondi is investigating Bill Clinton and Larry Summers, therefore can't release the files. But for everybody in here who keeps asking the same tired ass question, why didn't Biden release them? My question back to you is, why didn't Trump release them? Forget about why isn't he releasing them now, because you guys will never even get that far. You know what I mean? You'd live in the past. So let's go back further in the past. How come Trump didn't release them in his first term? Gray gave Trump a gold crown, King Trump forever. Ugh. TDS Trump dick suckers. That's what they are. Trump supporters, why do you protect Republican pedophile? Because they relate to pedophiles. Free rides over, MF. Yeah, what's that? What do you mean? What free ride would that be? What free ride would that be? Obama already, what did they just come in here and say shit that has nothing to do with the topic or the conversation we're having? Nothing. Free ride's over, motherfucker. Oh, yeah? Obama already served 3 terms because we all know Joe Biden wasn't the president and nobody's meat riding anyone. No, you're a dick rider. And no, he didn't serve 3 terms, quite obviously. I'm not even going to argue. It's so fucking stupid. But you can't run for a 3rd term. That's how it works. It's on his desk tomorrow morning. Yeah. And if he can't sign it, if he signs it, he's going to have to say, well, I signed I signed it into law, so the files will be released, but can't release them because Pam Bondi. Mark my words. That's why he came out and he said, we're investigating Bill Clinton and all this. Bill Clinton didn't do nothing wrong. You think Donald Trump, just like you guys say, if fucking, if Biden had the files, he would have released them and destroyed Donald Trump. Well, Donald Trump would have done it to Clinton. Clinton's in the flight logs, just like Trump's in the flight logs. There's no proof either of them went to the island yet. But Bill Clinton, every time he was on that plane, he had Secret Service with him. Every time he was on the plane. Trump didn't. Trump was there as, Epstein's friend. They were going to places like Atlantic City and shit. With Clinton, they were going to places like Africa for humanitarian efforts for the Clinton Foundation. So, I don't know. I forget where I was at. Why did Trump hire Bondi and Acosta? Who gave Epstein his deal? Well, because, why do you think? They have to override any veto Trump signs. Do they have enough votes? I don't know if they have enough votes for that. Republicans, yeah. Retardlicans. It's pathetic that Greg Gutfeld is the right answer to the right's answer to Jon Stewart. Yeah, not even close though. Larry Summers, yeah. Isn't that his name? The Harvard guy that he keeps talking about? That's right. 4 years ago, they could have done a dream bad and you're in trouble. Wow. That's right. 4 years ago, they could have done a dream bad and you're in trouble. Can anybody translate moron? I don't know how to read moron. I'm sorry. 3 of Obama's appointed federal judges are holding it up. No, they're not. No, they're not. For the love of fucking Christ. Why would they be voting on releasing them, you dumb motherfucker, if federal judges were holding them up? If federal judges were holding them up, there would be no vote to release them because they wouldn't be able to be released. Holy Christ. I gotta explain life to these people. That was grand jury. What's the word I'm looking for? I can't remember now. Grand jury testimony. That's what Trump, to put on a show for you guys, went in front of a judge and asked for. Grand jury testimony from Ghislaine's case has nothing to do with the Epstein files. It was just grand jury testimony. And they knew, because Trump doesn't even want that released, but Trump knew that they couldn't release that because Ghislaine's case was on appeal. So those judges have no choice but to block the release of the grand jury testimony. I think your mom is calling you. Yeah, is that right? The judges held up the grand jury testimony. Yeah, which nobody's even worried about. Nobody even cares about that. MAGA Trump is president. He controls the government. Stop making excuses for your pedophile president. That's right. Yeah, he can release the stuff right now. Guys, hit the like button and subscribe. Come on, man. Everybody hit the like button right now. At least the people that agree with me. I only got 33 likes, 460 people. Come on, man. Let's do it. I'm going to watch that number go up. Keep hitting the like button, everybody, and subscribe, for the love of fuck's sake. And then donate. They think they throat Trump thinking he's going to give them a red hat. Oh, they throat Trump thinking that, yeah. They blow him, in other words, yeah. If there was anything in there, it would have been used by the Democrats already. Oh, my God. This is the bull crap that Democrats focus on. Why didn't Trump release the stuff when he was in office the first time? If the Democrats could have just released them for the last 4 years or whatever, how come Trump didn't release them in his first term? Tell me that. Oh, like what? Tony Michael, tell me what he said, or tell me what you're talking about, and I'll show it to you in context. The diary Ashley said doesn't say that was stolen, that was stated and stolen. Haha. I have no idea what you're talking about. There was only one no vote when they voted. Yeah, I know, I heard. It's only files in the possession of the FBI, DOJ, CIA, nothing that's sealed still. No, yeah, it's nothing that's sealed. It could be released if Trump wanted to release it right now. You agree with that, right, Mike? 3 Fed judges releasing the block. I swear to God, if you knew any less, I don't even know how you guys made it this far in life. I really don't. Miami-Dade County. What about it? You don't think Korea is getting a return for that crown? Everything Trump gets, he owes a favor for. Okay, easy. The Dow up or down? I don't know, probably up. And it was up like crazy under Biden. It was stock market was closing at record highs all the time. And back then you guys were like, who cares? Most Americans don't even own stock. But now it's all about the Dow. Any of you Trump supporters passed civics class in American history? Of course they haven't. They can't even pass spelling in English. Guys, hit the like button and subscribe immediately. I'd appreciate it very much. All right, I still only have 33 likes. How is that humanly possible? Very much. Oh, no, I got 45. My bad. Keep hitting the like button, guys. Come on, come on, come on. Very important. That's all you got to do. It's free. Just hit the like button. You know? It's your way of contributing. They keep the sheeple distracted while they... Oh, my bad. I went past that one. Well, move if you don't like our president. No. Did you move because you didn't like Biden, you stupid asshole? You see how that works both ways? You know that in America, you don't have to move if you don't like the president. You know that, don't you? Let me see. Well, that's because everybody in here is Trump supporters, the majority of them, Fred, right? How many likes do you get on your videos? This is what you do for a living, spew hate, I'll pass. Bye. Who gives a fuck? Yeah, I fight evil for a living. I've been doing it for a long time. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I hate pedophiles, and I'll spew hatred about them all day. Come on, I'm working. The market Dow up or down? Oh, I don't know. I don't pay attention because you're full of shit. Okay, tell me how. Don't just say you're full of shit. Tell me what I lied about. What level of education do you have? I happen to be a Princeton graduate. Thank you very much. You believe me by any chance? Let me see. The Democrats blocked the Epstein files from being released. That's because they have to make sure Trump's name is actually on there, even if they have to somehow rig it on there. Okay, the Democrats didn't block the Epstein files from being released, so you just made that up. Okay, you literally just made that up, Tony Michael. Let me see. Trump is the divider in chief. He is. You didn't move the last 4 years, Bull City. I don't know who that is. Trump dick suckers, TDS. Yes. The person that talks about throating Trump, that's probably what they dream about doing. That's why they can't leave his name out of their mouth. Well, it could also be that he's president and the leader of the free world. You know, people generally tend to talk about the leader of the free world a lot. Like, for example, I bet you never shut the fuck up about Joe Biden when he was in office, right? Of course you didn't. You're going to try to tell me that you never talked about him? Sure. How many Epstein documents has the Dem released over the last 4 years? 12 documents, and the Republicans 33,000. No, that's not true. Anything that the Republicans released had already been released years ago. You look into it. They didn't release anything new. They told you that they did. So again, tell me why Trump didn't release them from 2017 to 2021. Why not? The person that talks about, oh, I read that one. Guys, hit the like button and subscribe. It's very, very important. Very important. Men and girls bathrooms, sports locker rooms, Princeton. That explains you being a libtard. This asshole believes me that I graduated from Princeton. Why did I know that the MAGA people would somehow believe that? So fucking stupid. Men and girls bathrooms, sports locker rooms. You guys got a one-track mind. You think about trannies more than trannies think about trannies. God is definitely a pedo that he's Mary. Wow. Princeton, a gay institution. Well, I didn't go there. So the fact that I could convince you of that, you know what I mean? The title of this show is about how gullible you guys are. And you really are. I mean, I said last time somebody asked me that, I said Harvard, and everybody was, they bought, like hook, line, and sinker. They bought it. They were like, oh, you went to Harvard and you say this and you say that. It's like, no, I didn't go to Harvard, you fucking jackass. No. Dems, wolves have published it. Why didn't Trump publish it? Why not? So why didn't the Democrats release the Epstein files when the Democrats were in charge? How come Trump didn't release the Epstein files when Trump was in charge? Not just this time, but the first time. He had them before Biden. So did you spend all 4 years of Biden's administration saying, why didn't Trump release the files? Come on, guys, tell me. I got more money than you, and you went to Princeton. Money is the scoreboard, homie. I don't see any mahogany at your crib. You probably live in your mom's fucking basement. Seriously. You probably live in a treehouse, honey horse. I'll just take your word for it, fake name, fake avatar. Yeah, you don't show your face. You don't show your name. I'll just take your word for it. I bet you're a zillionaire. I bet you're richer than Elon Musk. I'm in a hotel, by the way, fuckface, and you can't see anything behind me. 725 people, guys. Please hit the like button. Beat it like it owes you money right now. And subscribe to the channel, and throw a super chat into the mix, or Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. My info is in the chat. Please do that, because these shows need to make money to keep going. And some of you are enjoying it. MAGA stupidity is running rampant tonight. Every night. BJ's for Bubba. Oh, great, another moron. I love Trump living in your head, idiot. He doesn't live in my head. I do this for a living. So, I talk about Trump. Trump could not release them. They were under court order for trial, dummy. Oh. Thank you for answering everybody's question. Yeah, under Biden, too. It's the same reason. You realize that, right, John? Look, he's got laughing emojis. He doesn't even realize he just played himself. You don't realize why I was asking you that question? Because it's the same reason Biden didn't release them. So, you're a fucking punk. Sure I am, Danny Sullivan. Sure I am. Whatever you want me to be. Full Jamaican homosexual Pakistan. What the fuck? Tells you a lot about the MAGA parents. So they raise mass shooters. Trump didn't release them because he knew it would only bring more attention to him and all the dirty little deeds he has done. That too. Trump put it all to rest once he killed. Can't say that on YouTube. Bill said Trump was better than Monica. That's what I heard. Why didn't Obama White House release the Epstein files over 8 years? I don't know. Since we're going in reverse, why didn't the Bush White House, the Clinton White House, the first Bush, Reagan, Carter, Nixon? How come none of them released the Epstein files? God damn it. I want to know right now. And none of these questions are more important than why won't Trump release them right now? Because Trump could release them this minute. He could tell Pam Bondi, release the files, and they all get released. So why won't Trump do that? That's all that matters, guys. I don't care about Danny Sullivan. Is that all you got to say? Here, I'll just get rid of you. Where's Gene Borello? Fucking your mother, probably. I don't know. Joey Dimes channel, 199. 50 people match. Thanks. 50 people match your 199. That would be beautiful. Let's see if they'll do it. Let's see, guys. Match Joey Dimes 199 donation. Epstein Island is a Democrat vacation spot. Okay, it's just you saying that. But all right. Why can't Trump release them, Juan? Why not? Dems are cooked, brah. Are they, brah? How are they cooked, brah? The Dems are the ones that want the fucking files released, you dipshits. Guys, 593 people. Everybody, please hit the like and subscribe. It's very, very, very important. Most of those politicians have dirty secrets. Well, we know Trump does. That's what we know for sure. Carter, Nixon, and Reagan, Epstein was not in the game then. Oh, okay, good. That's good reasons. So why isn't Trump releasing them right now? These guys graduated with an associate degree from Trump University. No, they didn't even get that far. They didn't even get to a fake school. Bobby Reberian, 199. Dimes. Thank you, man. Thanks for matching dimes. Tammy Stanzel, $5. Wish I could give you more cash. I'm saving up for the 5 pencil quota for the grandma's Christmas. Oh, my God. You heard what Trump said, Tammy. You know, they don't need 5 pencils. They need 1 pencil. And they don't need 5 dolls. They only need 1 doll. You know? Thank you. That's a hilarious comment. Thank you for the $5. Texas lost redistricting. Yeah, I know. It's great. And Indiana isn't going to do it. Isn't that wonderful? He does not have the authority to release the files himself. Only ask for the release. Educate yourself. Jesus with a G and a Z and 2 E's. Yes, he does. He's the president. The Department of Justice has the files. He can say right now, release the files, and they'll release the files. Dem judges are not blocking the files. You're talking about grand jury testimony from Ghislaine's case. Has nothing to do with the Epstein files everybody's looking for. He can release them right now, all on his own. The Senate and House, they don't have to be doing this. They don't. Trump is making them. You know, Trump could release them right now. No, they didn't. I do my research, Juan, and believe me, I can see by your stupid comments, I'm light years smarter than you. That was not the Epstein files, you dickhead. Stop repeating stuff you hear other stupid people say. Okay, that was the grand jury testimony, which nobody even cares about, by the way, because Ghislaine already got convicted. Both parties are blocked by legal restrictions, sealed evidence, and protected victim info. The DOJ and courts control the release. No. The DOJ does, and Trump controls the DOJ. He literally tells Pam Bondi who to investigate and who to indict, and she does it. Okay, he literally, you know, stacked his cabinet with people that are the least qualified in the world, but will do whatever he says. He runs the Justice Department. He could tell them right now. He could tell Pam Bondi right now to release the files. He's not blocked by a judge. Sicilian, does your wife ever try to get on your nerves? Yes, she wants something. She's becoming a man. What is that, Colonel Quayle? What are you here to talk shit? What are you even talking about? Sicilian, does your wife ever try to get on your nerves? Yes, she wants something. She's becoming a man. Okay. All right. Whatever you say, Colonel Quayle. The Trump administration is watching the files before they get released, watching. There'll be nobody they don't want on there erased. The Trump administration is washing the files before they get released, watching to see there'll be nobody they don't want in there released. Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course. Trump won't release the files because he's guilty as shit. Thank you, Patrick. That's the only reason. Yeah, the Dems want it released now, but they didn't want it released when Biden was in it. You're a fucking dumb fuck. Okay, let's just say you're right. Who cares? The point is, all that really matters is now, right? Right now. Right now, the Dems want him released, and even you admitted it. So there you go. I win. Vernon Rice, 199, following Jerry and respect to the channel. Joey, thank you very much, Vernon Rice. Guys, want some more people match Joey Dimes? $1.99. Thank you very much, Vernon. You're the man, bro. What about Bill Clinton sucking Epstein's dick? No. It was Trump sucking Bill Clinton's. Guys, hit the like button and subscribe. Very, very important. I need you all to do that immediately. Trump is a billionaire, and this dude lives in his mommy's basement. Do I? Is that where I live? Okay. Whatever you say. Trump is a billionaire because his dad gave him all his money. At least whatever I got all by my goddamn self. I wasn't handed a thing. The president can order the release of the files. Yes, he can. Both parties are blocked by legal restriction. No, they're not. Don't spam the chat. As a matter of fact, you already did, so I'm just going to block you. Any of you guys spam the chat, you're just getting blocked. You are a fool, brainwashed shite. Oh, is that right? But they just voted to release the files, so when he signs it into law, they will be released. No, they won't. They won't. He won't let them be released. He's just going to say that there's open investigations, so can't release them. That's what he's going to do. You'll see. Trump has bankrupted multiple companies. Oh, my God, yes. You can't even answer questions, boy. Boy. Juan, what are you, a fucking hillbilly slave owner? You call people boy? What if I called you certain names, Juan? I'd get in trouble, wouldn't I, Juan? Yeah, I think I would, Juan. Maybe you should watch your fucking mouth. Seriously. Your last name is Jessup. What the fuck? Are you like Juan Epstein? He probably doesn't know Welcome Back, Cotter well enough. Yeah, I probably will, Bobby, later, but I want to keep a crowd and get some numbers first. You know damn well the left page you, so yeah, you didn't get shit on you. I wish they did. I wish they did. I wouldn't be relying on donations for the show. Says the loser sitting in his mom's basement behind the computer screen. Yeah, I'm 10 hours away from home in a hotel right now because I'm spending time with a sick family member. And my mom passed away in June. But yeah, I'm in her basement. Whatever you say. Talk about Trump supporters. You support calmly or 100% brainwashed and indoctrinated, probably radicalized too. All those things, huh? No, none of them. I supported Kamala against Trump. Would she ever be my pick for a nominee? No. But against Trump, she's better than him. Yeah. This dude is a complete moron. Won't tell me why I'm a moron, though, huh? Just say I'm a moron, but you won't tell me what I'm wrong about. Democrats support Islam. Islam supports pedophile. MAGA supports Trump. Trump supports pedophilia. How about that? Trump was very brilliant with his first few hotels he took over, but he was very, very stupid with building the Taj. Every casino he bankrupted. He's a fucking dope. He only has money because his daddy gave him the equivalent of $500 million, basically. Why did Mike Johnson say Trump was an FBI informant? Because he was trying to cover up for the fact that Trump was covering up the files, and Mike was too. Mike Johnson's been covering up the files since June. So he wanted to make it sound good and be like, oh, well, it can't be anything about Trump in there because he was an informant, which Trump then told him, you better take that back because I wasn't. And then he retracted his statement. He's just doing all the blocking so they can change all the documents out so he looks innocent instead of guilty as he is. Maybe. Thank you, OP Meg. I appreciate that. It's all about power by voting yes with one nay. It's left it open for presidents regarding courts and precedents, you mean, regarding courts and Congress. More innocent victims were just created. Yes. Once again, dude, why was Maxwell at Chelsea Clinton's wedding? Why was Donald Trump or why was Jeffrey Epstein at Donald Trump's wedding? You see how that works? I don't even know that she was, but she might have been. Why was Jeffrey Epstein at Donald Trump's wedding? She might have been. Why? Can you tell me that? Oh, God. Can you tell me? Why did Mike Johnson? Oh, I read that one. Oh, thank you, Nature and Metaphysics. I really appreciate that. Bye, low IQ, dimwit. Bye. Democrats have stolen trillions, never again. Oh, yeah? When did they do that? Who'd they steal it from? Whole lot of locker room talk in those emails. Yeah, I'll say. Everyone's better than Trump. Everyone. You're guys, anybody you see spam in the chat, even if they repeat the same thing twice, just block them. I can't stand that shit. It's obnoxious. What is that? You said you were a dumb fuck. No, I didn't. God almighty. That's effed up. You supported Kamala because she wasn't Trump. That's exactly what she ran on. And she got you to support her zero. Oh, no. She had mad policies compared to Trump. Trump is the one that had no policies. I mean, you probably couldn't even tell me your favorite Trump policy right now because you don't know any. You just say border. That's what you'd say, or immigration. Kamala actually laid out plans and policy proposals, and Trump just ranted about them eating cats and dogs in Ohio. I mean, if Kermit the Frog was running against Trump, I would have voted for Kermit the Frog. Trump is the worst person on planet Earth. Let me see. Where did that go? Honey Horse, $5. I'm a Republican, but I think if you look things up in real time and educate instead of dogging, you would grow your channel. Just an opinion. But it doesn't matter, Honey Horse. You don't think I haven't done that? It doesn't matter what you show them. And you, I guess, ignore the things I do show them. I show them stuff on every live. It doesn't matter. They don't believe it. Like, I could do it with the next thing somebody says and watch what they'll say. They'll just say it's not true. They'll say it's the source. They'll say, I show them clips of Donald Trump saying shit with his own words. They're seeing him and hearing him, and they say it's not real. So there's no point. Why even waste my time? Why did Trump wish, but thank you for the $5, Honey Horse. Why did Trump wish Maxwell well? And she's a sex trafficker because he's a fucking animal. They were acquainted and he disavowed them a long time ago. No, he didn't. According to those emails, they were still friends in 2017. Epstein was banging Melania before Trump got his baby hands on her. That's the way it seems, yeah. Our tax dollars, dumbass. What does that mean? You just put our tax dollars, dumbass, into the chat. What does that mean? Epstein and Maxwell defense attorneys. I swear to God, who taught you fucking people? Do you even have parents, MAGA? Like, who taught you people how to communicate? Anybody? Did anybody teach you? Oh, that's fucked up, Laser Stan. That's fucked up. And I will not even put a comment like that up on my screen. Oh, look at that. It's on my screen. Let me take it off. They all lie for their interest, not like Donald Trump does. The Epstein and Maxwell defense attorneys would have copies of everything the DOJ has, and the Epstein state obviously has evidence. Trump can't redact anything. You got a point there. The Dems can't stop the Epstein list now. They have been crying for months to release it. Why would the Dems want to stop? You just said they've been crying for months to release it. Why would they want to stop it? It's not going to get released, guys. Trump is not going to release it. He's not having that. You don't get it? This is all for show, what's going on right now? You'll see. Tomorrow, we'll be having a conversation about how Trump came up with an excuse, most likely, that there's people under investigation, and that's why they can't release the files. You'll see. You care about those already identified to be involved with no charges brought to date or just trying to get Trump. Well, who would that be? Tell me who that is. Who is it, Brandon? I absolutely am. I just don't know of anyone. Tell me who it is. Let's see. So is Barron Trump and all the other Trumps and Marjorie Taylor Greene and Donald Trump, all of them. Gulag 6536, $2. Maxwell and Epstein and Weinstein, Jews. Epstein was Mossad. All right. So you don't like the Jews, I take it. Thanks for the $2. She couldn't name one. Oh, she named many. All you had to do was watch any of her rallies or even the debate with Trump. While he was screaming about the cats and the dogs, she was, given policy proposals, $25,000 for people to buy a new house, $50,000 to start a new small business, returning reproductive rights to women, continuing to lower prescription drug costs like she was doing with Biden, whole bunch of shit. The increased child tax credit, a lot of stuff. While Trump accounts for a third of the deficit. Yeah, he does. Hillary and Bill were at Trump's wedding as well. It's funny how the Trump supporters think that they're defending him by bringing up members of his inner circle. I know it. It's hilarious, isn't it? Honey Horse, $5. Some people will never change and they are stuck in an echo chamber on both sides. In the end, we are all on the same side, the American side, unite. I wish you were right, Honey Horse, but unfortunately, I'm going to tell you the truth, and thank you for the $5. I don't even want to be united with those people. I don't. There was a time maybe when I thought it would be nice, but if you could support pedophiles and make excuses for pedophiles and defend the cover-up of pedophilia, then I don't want to know you. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you, I'm saying them. You're alive for the Democrat plantation is hilarious. All right, guys, do me a favor. Hit the like button and subscribe, please. The fuck? The Florida Epstein case had a non-prosecution agreement for any pedos involved in Palm Beach. Is that right? All the victims said true. The left will eat itself, will it? Now, I'll tell you what, the right's doing a good job at eating itself right now. Paying someone you don't agree with so they will pay you attention. Who would prefer to be president? Who would prefer to be president? God almighty. Guys, come on, man. Can you at least double check your shit before you write these comments? What's wrong with all of you? You got to know, you got to be smarter than this. Even you guys, the MAGA supporters, have to be smarter than that. You don't know if you're missing words, complete and total words out of a fucking comment. Guys, please hit the like and subscribe. It's very, very important. And don't be afraid to send a super chat. It's a good way to get your comment read. Plus, you're contributing to the show. Read what I wrote. Don't tell me what to do. Trump wasn't named in no abuse. Oh, you know that for sure? You know there's 1,000 victims, right? If you broke, you mad. If you broke, you mad. Great grammar. Yeah, I'm not broke. You broke? Bobby Burberry on $4.99. What does Donald Trump and Monica Lewinsky have in common? They both blew Bill Clinton. The right is in self-destruct mode last 8 years. Oh, of course. Yeah. I mean, look at what their party for 8 years. Damn near 12. What their fucking party has become. It's a party of one. No, 8 years. My bad. What was I thinking? My bad, bro. I'm not MAGA. I just did a typo. Oh, it's all good. Sorry, man. I just get frustrated. Imagine getting offended over a misspell. No. It's not a misspell. It's a chat full of people who are illiterate. All you MAGA people, and the chat is 90% MAGA. You can't read or write, just like Donald Trump. It's hilarious. You know, that's why you guys like him so much, because you can understand him. I remember you were the same people saying, I can't stand that fucking black boy Obama, the way he talks with them big words. I don't even know what he's talking about. You know, so Roger Stone trained Donald Trump to run for president. He said, listen, you got to talk like a fucking moron. You got to speak on a third grade level so these people can understand you. That's actually true. Roger Stone doesn't even deny that he told Donald Trump that, because he knows the voter base, the Republican voter base are made up of stupid people. So that's why Trump talks like, I mean, he's a moron too. But if you look at his old videos back in the day before he ran for president, he was pretty well spoken and articulate. But, you know, he talks the way he does because he knows that he needs you guys to be able to understand him. I mean, he knows, he says, I love the poorly educated. He knows you guys are, you know, not bright. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. I got to constantly remind people of this, but red states are the least educated states in the country. They're literally the dumbest states. Did Trump spit or swallow? I don't want to know. You said you'd have nothing to do with the pedos. Democrats support Islam. Oh, so Islam is made up of pedos. You sure that's not just your xenophobia? Wow, that's you stated that like as if Democrats or Islam is made up of pedos. That's amazing. Trump is a spoiled rich boy that will never understand struggle. Never. The guy doesn't even. He's so out of touch. Remember when the guy tried to describe paper towels? He was like, these towels, these soft towels. I don't know what kind of towels these were. He didn't know what paper towels were. Remember groceries? He thought he made the word groceries up. He said that after he got elected, that he came up with the word groceries. He doesn't know that's a word that's been around forever. I mean, Jesus. PJ Naruto, I'll just say. $1. $2. MAGA emails prove Bill is gay, but not Trump. But if it was Trump, Low, and Bill, wouldn't Trump be the gayer one? Thank you for the $2. Imagine how many people will be arrested after Donald Trump's fascist regime. Oh, it's going to be a lovely, lovely thing. It's going to be beautiful. Time to stand, $2. Why did 3 judges block the files to be released? Again, they didn't. You can Google it. Bro, thanks for the $2. But listen, go to Google right now and say, did 3 federal judges block the release of the Epstein files? Okay. And what you're going to find out is that no, they didn't. Donald Trump never even went to judges asking for the Epstein files. He went to judges asking for the grand jury testimony from Ghislaine's indictment. And he only even did that because he knew that because her case was still under appeal until recently, they couldn't give him that. They couldn't give him that. The judge can't release it. So you won the popular vote, all swing states, maybe. Why don't my thing move here? Maybe you're the stupid one. No, because he still lost, or he still won by less than Biden won against him. He won by 2 million votes against Kamala, and Biden won 7 million votes by 7 million votes against Trump. So it's just not nearly as much of a landslide as you think. The dumbest states are blue, moron. Oh no, they're not. You want to see? What are the least educated states in the country? West Virginia, Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, Alabama, Nevada. And New Mexico's on there. That's technically a blue state. So West Virginia, Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Alabama, Nevada, Kentucky, New Mexico, and Texas. Okay. What are the most educated states in the country? Massachusetts is often ranked as the most educated state, followed closely by states like Maryland, Vermont, Colorado, and Connecticut. Oh, would you look at that? Let's see. Massachusetts, Maryland, Vermont, Colorado, Connecticut, New Jersey, New Hampshire. Wait, let me go down the list. Hold on. Massachusetts, Maryland, Vermont, Colorado, Connecticut. Why does it say Massachusetts twice? New Jersey. I might repeat some. I don't. Virginia, Colorado, New Hampshire, Vermont, Connecticut, Maryland, Minnesota, Maine, Utah, Oregon, Delaware, Washington, Wisconsin, Illinois, Rhode Island, Hawaii, Florida, that's way down there, Kansas, Wyoming, Montana. So those are all at the bottom. But right at the top there, you have Massachusetts, Maryland, Vermont, Colorado, Connecticut, New Jersey, Virginia. Isn't that some shit? It's almost like I was right all along, wasn't I? The blue are literally the most clinically insane. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's the blue. It's not the people that literally gather in large groups, all wearing the same hat, the same shirt, waving the same flags, and worshiping the same man as if he's a god. No, it's definitely the people on the left, the critical thinkers who have minds of their own. Yeah. Yours. All right. You sound so condescending. Why are so divided? And you feed the monster by insulting and dismissing every opinion with zero answer. Just punt and deflect like a CNN host. No. You must not be listening to me. Every question I'm asked, I give an answer to. You don't accept it as an answer. That's your problem, not mine. I answer every question that I'm asked. Go ask me a question and you'll see. I'm condescending because I know you come in late or whatever, or you just fail to see what your people are doing. But when I start these shows, I'm very nice and calm and I'm asking people questions. And then within minutes, I'm being called a libtard and a gay guy. And I live in my mom's basement. And I'm retarded. I got low IQ and blah, blah, blah. I'm bald and everything else. So I give what I get. I sound condescending because I think very little of Trump supporters. So I talk to them as such, you know? I'm not even going to deny it. I just do. I look down on Trump supporters, and everybody should. The red would take on the blue any day. Oh, yeah? What do you mean? Like in a civil war? Because I got some bad news for you. Is that what you mean? I'll give you my response if that's what you mean. It's okay if you live in a basement. I guess it would be, but I don't. You know that there's people, Josh, in here with wrenches, the people whose names are lit up in blue that have known me for 4.5 years. They literally know my entire life story inside and out. They know where I live. They know who I live with. They know everything. So it really isn't going to work for you. California has one of the lowest literacy rates. Well, that might be true, but if it is, it might be because it's the largest population in the country. The largest state as far as population, 40 million people. Does California have one of the lowest literacy rates? Some data suggests California has one of the lowest adult literacy rates in the United States. Yeah, so 40 million people, it's bound to happen. Notes, it has the lowest university blog, 76.9%. This is like the fact of such as immigration. There you go, immigration. Yeah, that would do it. And you know that the whole country, I mean, half this country is stupid, right? Like 54% of Americans speak at a third grade level. They read and write at a third grade level. And I shouldn't have said speak, read and write. And like 23% of Americans are functionally illiterate. So it's an America problem. Sharia law is not an American Constitution. Dearmore, Michigan. All right. I just went to Copilot, and Copilot is saying Florida is ranked #1 in the nation. In what? In what? This guy said California can't read good, and neither can you, Josh. California can't read good. Genuinely, though, I think Nick Fuentes is the next DJT. I hope I'm wrong, but just like DJT wasn't taken seriously until it was too late, Nick Fuentes will not be taken seriously. Yeah, I disagree with you completely. He's a literally neo-Nazi. I mean, so is Trump, but Trump denies it. You know, Nick admits it. California also pays for all the red state welfare. Oh, yeah, without California, most of the red states would go bankrupt. California's a giver state. Red states are taker states. It's the way it works. I don't even know. What am I supposed to be looking up? Whatever your name is. Why don't we start there? Because if you're talking about education, I already gave you the answer. It's Massachusetts. It's Massachusetts. Let me see something. All right, it's not letting me log in to ChatGPT. Yeah, those third graders are how we got Biden elected. Oh, no. Again, this is you guys thinking you're smart. Look at the 2024 electoral map by education. The votes, the states that voted for Trump are the poorest, least educated states in the country. That's why Republicans for decades now have been voting against their own best interest, because they don't understand politics. They don't even know what the Republicans or Democrats stand for. They have no fucking idea. As of most recent rankings, this is ChatGPT. Oh, you can't see it, motherfucker. It says, as of most recent rankings, Massachusetts is often considered the highest ranked state in education in the United States. The state consistently performs well in various key metrics, such as standardized test scores, graduation rates, college readiness, and overall education attainment. Now, you ready for this? Oh, and after that, it's New Jersey, Connecticut, and Virginia. You ready for this? There's only one state in America where every county voted for Kamala Harris. Guess what state that is? You want me to tell you? Massachusetts. Yeah, the smartest state in the country. Now, on the other hand, there's one red state where every county voted for Trump. You know what state that is? Alabama. I think they're 48th in education out of 50 states. So, see? Yeah, exactly, Nikki Blade. Nikki Blade knows. Nikki Blade's a Trump supporter himself. I support, but I don't think you should use AI for research. You got a better tool than AI for research? You're right. That goddamn artificial intelligence always giving the wrong answers. First of all, I research things thoroughly, but on the spot here, I'm just going to simply look shit up. And I already know the answer to that. Most people do. Massachusetts is wicked smart. Yeah, it is. It is. Guys, hit the like button and subscribe, please. I'd appreciate it very much. That includes you, Nikki Blade. No, I'm just kidding. I know you're subscribed already. And don't be afraid to throw a super chat, Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo my way. Thank you very, very much. Massachusetts. That little shit state, Mass. Oh, yeah, it's a little shit state compared to red states, too, right? You sure those aren't the shit states? Like, do you know Alabama, 16% of the population is on welfare? 16% of the entire population. Do you know that? Do you know that red states receive a disproportionate amount of welfare funding, basically, for things like SNAP programs and cash assistance and Section 8 and stuff like that? Yeah, red states. Even Trump said intelligent people don't like me, which implies that dumbasses do like him. I don't know if I ever heard him say that.
Smart people don't like me, you know, and they don't like what we talk about.
He knows his base better than anyone, you know. He knows. He knows. So if you guys ever say, why do you think we're stupid? Nobody thinks you're stupider than Trump does. California has the highest illegal voter rate. I feel like that's just something you just came up with, but they do have the highest number of illegals, don't they? So wouldn't it work out that way? But illegals can't vote in federal elections. So I hope you know that. Hold on, I gotta turn the fucking air up, guys. I'm dying. Look at that. Oh, what a shame. There's no evidence that California has the highest rate of illegal voting by non-citizens. In fact, studies and election audits indicate that non-citizen voting in U.S. federal and state elections is extremely rare nationwide, and in California specifically. Federal and state law. It is illegal for non-citizens to vote in federal or state elections across the United States. Individuals registering to vote must confirm their U.S. citizenship under penalty of perjury. Oh, would you look at that? Yeah, there's no such thing as a widespread illegal voter for, illegal immigrant voter fraud or anything. No such thing. What would Kamala have done so far? Well, first of all, she was going to lower prices by putting some sort of price controls on companies that were price gouging the shit out of the American people. Then, like I said, she was going to do a first-time home buyer program, $25,000 to buy a new house, $50,000 to start a new small business. She would have fought to restore women's rights. Probably wouldn't have worked, but she would have fought to. She would have done a lot of shit. You know, she might have increased that child tax credit. She was, right on board with that no tax on tips thing. But I think if she would have done it, it would have actually meant something. Whereas under Trump, it really doesn't. It's only good for 3 years, and it's just a tax deduction. It's not a tax credit. You don't get more money every week. You don't get a huge credit at the end of the year. It's just a deduction. It just lowers the amount of your taxable credit. That's it. Illegals allowed to vote in Illinois? No, they're not. Jesus Christ, dude is a sheep. Yeah. Except I prove everything you assholes say wrong. Illegals allowed to vote in Illinois. It's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. It's federal law. It doesn't go by state, Dopey. She allowed trans men in women's sports. She allowed it, or she just didn't intervene? Which one is it? Which one is it? Which one? Because how did she allow it? She wasn't even the president. She wasn't even the president. You realize that, right? Vice presidents, they can't allow or disallow any fucking thing. Oh shit, my fucking head is killing me. Yeah, she was the vice president. You ever hear one president at a time? Why isn't she doing something now? She's vanished. Are you being serious? I mean, you do know that she doesn't hold office of any kind anymore, right? Why isn't she doing anything now? Are you being for real? What would she be doing? She's a private citizen now at this point. What would she be doing? HR Christopher, I don't know how you pronounce that, DKK 14 super sticker. Thank you very, very much for that super chat. I appreciate it more than you know. Anybody who donates, you guys are awesome, means a lot to me. It's a deduction though. Yeah, it decreases the amount of your taxable income. It's not really a big deal. It's not going to help anybody in any real way. And even that there's a limit on, just like the overtime thing. The overtime thing is nothing but a deduction, and it's only for 3 years, and there's like a $12,500 limit or some shit. 20 states don't require voter ID. Yeah, that doesn't mean illegals can vote. They shouldn't require voter ID. It's in the fucking Constitution. People are allowed to vote, American citizens. And there's tons of ways to know if you're an American citizen. So if you don't need voter ID, believe me, they've already verified your identity somehow before they allow you to vote. That's just how it works. MAGA Kamala lost. Oh, it doesn't matter. They still can't get over Obama Obama. Shit, Obama, Biden, or Kamala. And they talk to us about, look how much you're talking about Trump. They're still talking about Kamala. Top 5 dumbest cities or Democrat-run cities, genius. So you moved the goalpost to cities. So the top or the least educated states in the countries are all red. So you said, let's go to cities where there's more people. The blue cities, have the majority of people in this country are in those cities. So they're going to have, the highest rates of everything. You know that, right? But I don't even know if I believe that, to be honest. Visalia, California, McAllen, Edinburgh, Mission, Texas, Brownsville, Harlingen, Texas, Bakersfield, California, Modesto, California. The California ones are probably definitely blue. The 2 Texas ones, though, are they blue? Even if they are, again, it still doesn't change the fact that the dumbest states in this country are red states. It doesn't. The cities have the most people. You know how when you look at an electoral map, you see that blue along the sides? There's just a little bit of blue along the sides, and all that shit in the middle is red. There's more people in those little areas on the sides than there is in that entire area in the middle. It's called population density. Did you send me? I thought I saw another one. Hold on. Maybe I did. Wait. Okay. If illegals can get a driver's license, they can vote. No, they can't. They cannot vote. They cannot. And I just read you the thing, and all you got to do is get me a credible source of widespread illegal voter fraud amongst illegal immigrants. Go ahead. Name one policy President Obama helped American people. Do not say Obamacare because the Supreme Court passed as a tax. The Supreme Court passed as a tax? Well, he literally saved the entire economy. You know what I mean? He did. I don't like that he bailed out big banks, but he did that. He also saved the auto industry and had 78 straight months of job growth. So there's that too. Not to mention, and it depends on how you look at this, but you guys like to give Trump credit for things like the First Step Act. So you'd have to give Obama credit for changing the crack powder sentencing disparity. So in other words, like if you, it was 100-1 since Nixon or something. So if I got caught with 1 gram of crack cocaine and you got caught with 100 grams of powder, we got the same sentence. And Obama changed that to 18-1 from 100-1. So tons of people got out of prison that didn't really belong in prison for the kind of extremely draconian, long draconian sentences they were serving. So that's another thing. There's a whole bunch of stuff, man. Not true. Illegals have voted. California and local and state. Oh, okay. So again, I stand by what I said. There's no such thing as illegal voter fraud in federal elections. It's what I've been saying since the beginning. Oh God, you guys. Blue cities and red states follow red state education policies and laws. That's another good point. Of course. Of course. Genius. Lowest high school test scores are all Democrat run cities. When you have multiple dumbass cities in a state, of course it affects the state. You're not very smart. No, you just moved the goalpost. The dumbest states in the country by SAT scores, what other kind of standardized testing, all that shit are red states. So you're just moving the goalpost to blue cities where they have the most people. Do you understand? There's the most people in these cities, you jackass. Holy shit. Unbelievable. You guys are fucking as stupid as they come. You realize that, right? If you could vote without ID in 20 states and you can get a driver's license as an illegal, illegals can vote and they vote Dem. Illegals can't vote in federal elections. And even in state elections, it's probably damn near unheard of. Illegals cannot vote. It doesn't matter. We've never had voter ID for the most part. And we've never had one widespread case of illegal immigrants voting in federal elections. Go look it up. No. The Democrat cities are the only reasons the states exist to begin with, you fucking jackass. And again, you're missing what I'm saying, that the most people are in those cities, okay? Do you understand that? So if there's a red state or a blue state, the majority of the people in that state are going to live in the cities in the state. So there's going to be the most and the least of everything for the most part. You realize what I'm saying at all? Do you understand? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Guys, Democrats. You forget something. First of all, red states have the highest rates of violent crime also. Okay, the highest rates of violent crime. And don't say blue cities, because how come blue states don't have the highest rates of violent crimes when they have the biggest cities like Los Angeles and New York and shit like that? They're the least in education, they're the poorest, and they have the highest rates of violent crime. You understand that? And Democrat governors and mayors and all that shit, they're the reason cities are successful. Los Angeles and New York, for example, pretty much pay for the entire rest of the country to run without going bankrupt. Okay, so one might think, plus Democrat cities, states in general, are the most educated states. They have the smartest people, the wealthiest people. So what does that tell you? You guys fail because you live in red states and you keep voting for Republicans. It's Republicans' entire job just to keep you down, to keep you broke, and to keep you uneducated. That's why Republicans tell you guys, do not go to college. It's a waste of time. Meanwhile, they all went to college and they all send their kids to college, but they tell you don't do it. It's a waste of time, right? You know why? Because they need an uneducated electorate. Republicans do not have popular policies. They never did. So they need stupid people to vote for them. Holy shit. Sure, Glenn Paul. Sure, whatever you say. Name one red state that has a higher crime rate, higher violent crime rate, like I said. I'll show you. Which states have the highest violent crime rates? Alaska, New Mexico, Louisiana, Arkansas, and Tennessee. So there's a few. Dumbass. Dumbass, look at red cities compared to blue cities when it comes to violence, you dumbass sheep. Red cities? Like where exactly? You mean red cities that have a fraction of the population of blue cities, so they're going to have less of everything? Do you understand how counting works and stuff like that, and like per capita? And do you understand shit like that? You guys are too much. California just revoked a ton of illegal driver's licenses under the pressure of the Trump administration. Good. And by the way, the only reason they were allowed to get driver's licenses is because illegal immigrants were driving no matter what, and they were having accidents like every driver has, and then they weren't covered. People were getting hurt and getting their cars demolished and everything else, and there was no insurance. So they had to make it so illegals could drive in certain places so that they can get insurance, so that other drivers on the road are protected. Red and blue distinctions mean nothing because these states flip and swing every cycle. So these are not valid talking points for this subject. And you call it a moving goalpost. Yeah, because that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. The states flip and swing every cycle? What do you mean? Democrats don't always win certain states, or Republicans don't always win certain states? What are you, crazy? That's why there's only a handful of what they call swing states. Because there's only a few states in the country, what is it, 8 or something, that, there's not pretty much already a predetermined outcome based on voting throughout history. Yes, very true, Vincent Pickney. Thank you. Honey Horse, $2. Look up New Orleans, Louisiana. Which way do they vote? Probably blue. Yeah. They're in a red state, too. You guys can't win. They're in a red state. They're in a red state. And let me just see something, just out of curiosity. Okay, so New Orleans is 52nd largest state in America, the 52nd. So there's 51 are cities, what did I say, state? In America. So there's 51 bigger than that. And you know what those are? I'm sure you could name some in your head, right? Oh, thank you, Lyrics for Life. Illegals can't vote. That just Republicans say to give you a reason to be pissed off. Oh, well, of course. And not just that, but it's for people like Trump to deny elections. Oh, election results when he loses. Oh, it's all the illegals voting. Meanwhile, illegals can't vote. Arizona, Michigan, Georgia, Nevada, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and Wisconsin are swing states. Yeah, so what did I say? 8? What is that? 7? So I was pretty close. What is a man? A guy with a dick. If you don't have a dick, you can't be a man. He doesn't even know how many states we have. What do you mean? We have 50 states. What do you mean? Did I say states instead of cities? I was talking about New Orleans. I even at one point said, did I say states? Cities. So it's the 52nd largest city. So there's 51 cities larger than it. If I said states, quite obviously a mistake, Dopey. You said 52. Cities. Yeah, cities. And there's a lot more cities than that. I said it's the 52nd largest city. If I said state, it was an accident, which is why at one point I said, wait, did I just say state? I meant cities. So what's a woman, you liberal? Anything with a person that was born with female reproductive organs, i.e., for example, a pussy. That's what a woman is. Dems are against voter ID. Of course, yeah. Voter ID, they only want voter ID in place because it disenfranchises minority voters. That's it. It takes away their vote. It suppresses voters. That's it. I mean, if you want to argue it, I'll give you some numbers. Just let me know. Okay, well, obviously I meant cities, and anybody would know that, especially since I was looking at it on my phone, cities. I said states by accident. And I also said at one point, sorry, did I just say states? I meant cities. You can rewind it. Go ahead, go check it out. Yeah, I misspoke. Yeah, exactly. No big deal. I am upset that Melania won the Patriot of the Year award while being an immigrant. Well, of course. And she only won it because she's Melania Trump. Yeah. Top 10 violent cities in America per capita are all Democrat. Yeah, and the top 10 most violent states in America are all red states, Republican. That you can't deny it. Because I started the conversation talking about states, and then you guys couldn't win that argument, so you went to talking about cities. So, of course, you know? But they're also, don't forget, that they're also the most well-educated, wealthiest cities, blue cities. So, and again, you know, places like California has the 4th largest GDP in the world. So without California, half those red states would crumble. Like Texas takes out 75 billion a year more than they put in. California puts in 85 billion more than they take out. What does voter ID? If illegals can get ID, how is anyone suppressed? God almighty. White people. The amount of white people that don't have government issued ID is a very small percentage. The amount of black people that don't have a government issued ID is I think it's 6% for government issued ID and 23% for a driver's license. Okay. So in other words, a driver's license or a state ID. And of course, politicians know that. Republican politicians know that. And they don't want black people voting because they assume, and minorities in general, they assume they're going to vote for Democrats. So they want to put voter ID laws into place so it makes it more difficult for minorities to vote. Look it up. Look it up. What percentage of black voters don't have a government issued ID? Approximately 21% of all black adults do not have a current driver's license, and about 28% do not have a driver's license with their current name and or address on it. Studies show these numbers are significantly higher than for white Americans, making black voters more likely to face difficulties with voter ID laws. No current driver's license, around 21% of black adults. Outdated driver's license, 28%. Other studies, 6.2% of non-Hispanic black Americans lack the photo ID. So pretty much the exact same numbers I gave you. So, except I think I said 23 and 20 instead of 28%. So nobody said they can't get ID. They just, a lot of black people don't have ID. How don't I, El Cheapo? El Cheapo is one of the dumbest people to ever enter my chat. El Cheapo still hasn't learned what the Southern strategy is. Hold El Cheapo has made a habit of coming in here and just spreading misinformation. So go get an ID. Well, it's not that easy for everybody, Dopey. Otherwise, they'd have one, wouldn't they? How do they vote without ID? Exactly. They don't. That's my point. If it's a state where, if it's a state where there's no voter ID laws, they vote without ID. You don't need to have an ID to vote. It's not in the Constitution. It's only something Republicans tend to implement in red states because they don't want minorities voting. So if it's a state that requires voter ID, that's how it disenfranchises a lot of minority voters because they don't have ID and then they can't vote. No, you don't. You don't. How do they vote without confirming who they are? Look it up, Josh. They have ways. When I go to where I vote, I give them my name. When they flip through the book, they have my name in there already because I'm a registered voter. Okay, so you have to be a registered voter to even vote. So how does an illegal immigrant become a registered voter? Tell me that. I've had an ID since I was 15. Good, but a lot of minorities don't. I just gave you the numbers. Illegals can vote. You guys are too full of shit, man. I swear to God. Because I'm a simpleton. You want to debate me? Just this guy, just Rangers TL07. You want to debate me? Because I want to end this show. But I'll debate you right now since I'm a simpleton if you want. You want to debate? Let me know. I'll give you the number. You have the Dunning-Kruger effect. I don't remember what that is. What's the Dunning-Kruger effect? What's the Dunning-Kruger effect? A cognitive bias where people with low ability in a specific area estimate their own competence while highly skilled individuals often underestimate theirs. All right, I just extended the offer to El Cheapo Productions. Call me, bro. Let's debate. El Cheapo, let me tell you something. It's so funny that you say that when it's more true about you. You have been in this chat for weeks. You're in here every fucking day. And all you've ever done is spread information, and every lie you've told or everything you were wrong about, I've proven you to be wrong. And you still have the balls to come in here and act like you're smarter than me. And of course, once again, I'm inviting you to debate. So let's do it. No, just me. I'll debate you. You want to call? Uh, 410-941 9850. No doubt, Andy. Everyone needs ID. That's bull old dem crap. That's only old people are in that demographic. No. I don't show ID when I go to vote. I'm a registered voter. My name's already in the books. I just tell them who I am. You know what I mean? I never have to show them ID. You don't need a social security number to vote. You have to be a legal citizen to vote, for the love of Christ. Why don't you Google it, Josh, and come back in here and tell me the credible source where it says you can vote as an illegal alien. Go ahead. That's how we'll settle it. Go ahead. Debate what? Your bullshit facts? Whatever you want to call them. Yeah, let's go. Call in 410-941-9850. Come on. Get slaughtered. I have a few minutes. How do you prove the person that you say, how do you prove the person? Jesus Christ. Are you trying to say, how do you prove you are the person that you say you are? I don't know. I just go vote. But I know you don't need ID in a lot of states. Didn't somebody just say in the chat it's 20 states where you need voter ID? So that leaves 30 where you don't. 30 where you don't. I don't show ID. I vote in every election, except for local elections. I don't care about those. And I never have to show ID. I voted in the last two presidential elections. I was incarcerated for the one before that. But still, get on the phone, big dog. Yeah, is El Cheapo going to call in? Look, he disappeared. Yes, you're a registered voter, so you registered and go to the poll. Yes. Yeah. That seems sketchy. Listen, man, again, whether it seems it or not, if you look it up, you cannot find a single case of widespread voter fraud, illegal immigrants voting in federal elections, because it just doesn't happen. So however they do it, they got it on lock. You can call too, Corey Boren. Your pussy's going to call. They're not going to call. They never call. They know they don't know anything. El Cheapo more than anyone. I prove El Cheapo wrong about 14 times on every live stream. TDS is all in your bald head. Tremendous dick syndrome? I agree. It doesn't say that they're confused about no ID required and people voting, but when I vote, they ask my name, and my name is on the list because I live in the area of the church where I vote. Me too, exactly. Yep. So you're saying that all you need is just an ID, so what's to stop somebody from voting that is not that person without an ID? You can't. What do you mean? They're still going to know if you're a legal citizen or not. They're still going to know if you're a legal citizen or not. Obviously, bro, because there is no cases of this happening on a major level at all, or even close. You just go find one and then answer your own questions. Well, I got to do your fucking homework for you. Go ahead. There are only 14 states where you don't need ID. Oh, good. There should be 50. You were in prison. What's dick taste like? There you go. Another gay guy, Trump supporter. You guys hear prison, you automatically think of dicks. God almighty. Yeah, you have to be registered. Yes, good point, Randall. Thank you. Thank you. They compare your signature as well. Texas just cleared thousands of illegals off their voter rolls. No, they didn't. If they told you that, they didn't. And if they did, then they didn't get to vote yet. But Texas is gonna say shit like that. You start the BS syndrome. What does that mean? Call me, El Cheapo, 410-941-9850. Democracy is only a stepping stone for MAGA. It isn't the goal. Debating with them is effectively useless. They just want to waste your time. Yeah, I don't know. Well, listen, you can't condemn me for being in trouble. Donald Trump is a 34-time felon. You know what I mean? Like, you know how many more felonies the president of the United States has than I do? A lot. What you said, you have big dick syndrome. That's contradiction to what you told the MAGA person. What did I tell the MAGA person? What did I tell the MAGA person? Still have dead people on the rolls. Yeah, no, that's not true. Jesus Christ. Democrats have same evil spirit since their founding in 1828, except for the fact that they're totally different people. The Democrats of back then are the Republicans of today. So I guess in a way, I agree with you. You're also for open borders. No, I'm not. And it's YOU''RE, please. 80 mil voted for Biden. Really? Yeah, no. All right, guys, I got to get going. It's late. I'm in a fucking hotel here. I got to order food and go to sleep. Nobody called. You're all pussies. See you next time. Peace.